Hi Librans, this is Marishi, your channel to look at. I'm using my Slow Tarot deck to see what messages or what guidance is coming through for the Librans out there for the rest of the month of September 2019. I've already pulled out 3 sets. We've got the Queen of Wands as your first card in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the last card is the Balance card in reverse. All 3 cards in reverse. Before moving on to the sets, I want to say things are not going according to the plan. Librans out there might be feeling a little lost within their situation. Okay, it's not going to be all happy endings, I can say it right now. If you are expecting something or working towards something, are forced to make a decision to see where things are going, I want to say things might seem a little disappointing at the end. Okay, it's not going to be happy endings, as blunt as that. Even if you're expecting, or even if you do or go to any extent to get what you want, I might as well just put it out there, it's not going to end well. Okay, this queen, to reach her throne, has walked through coal. So it wasn't an easy journey. She knows the struggle. She has faced challenges on her path, but yet she is now sitting on her throne. This woman has a lot of flaws. Just looking at this lady, she's a very short dwarf. Okay, people make fun of dwarfs, but it is something which they are born with. It is not their fault. Others see it as a flaw in this person, in this queen. Okay, they might jibe at her for her flaws. It could be anything. The person might be fat, the person might be short, the person might be dark, all that. Even people with freckles. I had a friend in my school who had freckles on her face. She was beautiful, but people used to, make fun of her freckles because they didn't have anything else to make fun of her. They just need the reason to make fun of some person, just to hurt another's feelings. Okay, this lady has her own flaws, but she embraces it with beauty. She embraces herself. She doesn't look down, or she's not sad about what she doesn't have. Whatever she has embraced it and taken it as her strength, and she's now sitting on that throne. She's somebody who is very determined to get whatever she wants. She's also very nurturing. If you look at the little corgis, that's what Queen Elizabeth has. It looks like a corgi. And these dogs, these pets, which are sitting on her throne. So it's almost like she treats everybody as equal. Even the animals. She's a motherly energy which nurtures other beings, be it 4-leg or 2-leg. Okay, that is how this woman is coming out. Okay, the Librans. But for the rest of the month, something forces you to take the other side of you, the hidden side. Everybody has a dark side. That side of yours is coming through. Remember, this is only for the rest of the month until the 30th of September. I don't know what happens after that. Okay, so this woman is taking the dark side. She's going to any extent to get what she wants. When she's in reverse, she's very manipulative. Somebody who goes to any extent to get what they want. It could be any extreme. They are as determined as their light side. But there is a dark energy about this woman right now. Jumping to the card in the third set is a Three of Swords. Okay, I'm forced to do that because I need to explain why she is in reverse right now. This woman is hurt. This card is literally bleeding. Okay? So literally somebody has pushed daggers in her heart and it's bleeding out. So she's turning a little cold. She's not even the Queen of Swords in reverse, who thinks Swords is all about intellect, the way the person thinks. Okay? She's much more. She's not about just thinking, she will go do it. She's all about action. She just doesn't just think or say things. She will make it happen. That's how I see Librans in this month. Somebody who will go to any extent to get what they want because they have been hurt pretty bad. Okay? It's like this person doesn't want to look anywhere into the past to see how it was. They're just letting go of their light side, which was their definition as a person. Again, nobody would believe this person will go to any extent, to this extent actually. It's almost like you are leaving that side of yours in the closet and coming out as a little dark person, as a little evil. But you have your reasons, which I showed you. Before bashing you up, I need to tell you why. Yeah? You have your reasons. You don't seem to be looking past at what you had before taking this form of yours. It's almost like in the Hindu mythology, we have somebody called the Kali, Durga Kali. But when she is Parvati, in her form Parvati, she's a consort of Lord Shiva. Very calm, very beautiful, very patient. She's all light. Even her skin is very light. But when she turns into Kali or Durga, she changes into this ferocious goddess. It is the same person. It is the same person who's changing forms into the dark side because they want to destroy the evil. She wants to destroy the evil. Sorry, just diverting. I thought you should know. Even the goddess has a form like that. When she just look up Kali and you would know. So this, she has all the swords, a couple of hands. You know, she's turning into this ferocious goddess who's ready to just chop off the head of the evil devils. To take that form, she's leaving the form of goddess Parvati, and she changes into Kali. That's how I see you turning. You are literally leaving your light side and turning into Kali. Am I being a little extreme? Yeah, with the reference. Yeah, there is no balance. You losing your balance, hence that is a reason why you're changing forms. You think it is okay, it is justified to get into this character of yours. Which will tilt the balance. within a relationship, within a situation. It will just, once you take this form, okay, once you take the form of the Queen of Wands in reverse, going to any extreme to get what you want, then there is not going to be any balance, because you are somebody who wouldn't think of what is right or what is wrong. You would, go on any path and it is okay. It is justifiable to you. It's just okay to do it. It seems like that. You're losing sense of the balance of nature. I don't know what you guys are up to, but this is how it's coming through. It's almost like you can't think straight. Hence, you even forget what you had. If it is a relationship reading, okay, when you feel like somebody has jabbed you in the heart with 3-4 daggers, okay, now you have, you want to serve them right. Okay, if you think about a Libran, the lady in the traditional radiant, right, traditional tarot deck, she is carrying the scales, which is in balance. Okay, she is the lady of justice. If you look at the justice card, which is a Libran card, she's carrying the scales, which is equal. Okay, very diplomatic approach. Somebody who thinks about right and wrong. Justice card, something, everything about that card is all about being fair. Okay, but here I feel like the scales are not in proportion anymore. The scales have tilted. Okay, one is high and one is just low, because this my friend is weighing heavy. If the scale is like this one is going to weigh down, and your form, okay, as a Queen of Swords, Wands in reverse, is higher. So for you it is okay to take this form, because this is weighing high, weighing too much. So to beat this, to take the form of the Queen of Wands is fine. At least in your head it is okay. I think I'll move on from that. Okay, it's like 12 minutes on one set. Lord of the Rings. Okay, so that's your backstory. Okay, that's the backstory why you are coming out as like this. Okay, probably this has already happened. You are, dwelling to do this. Okay, you already contemplating what you need to do, and for that you need to forget everything you had with this person in the past, which might have been beautiful, but that doesn't matter anymore to you, because this person has caused you too much heartache. Okay, going to the second set, it's almost like you don't know if you have to move up or move down. You're almost stuck in your this person is a little hesitant. Okay, there is a reluctance in placing his hands and feet. He's unsure. It is like unknown territory. The path this person is taking, this path he's trying to take, the ladder is like a path, right? It is something new. They are not used to being this character. This is something very new to them. So when somebody is very immature at something, they do the mistakes because they are not polished. When you start a new job, okay? When you start a new job, you need the assistance of people. Even if you're qualified, educationally you're qualified, you still need the help of another person, because they know how things are done in this environment. Because at every office, every company, even if the job title is the same, people have to follow different techniques, different systems, okay, the operating systems would be different. Even if it is just an IT job, let's say the operating systems would be different at each place. One might be using Oracle, one might be using SAP, one might be using any other ERP system, any systems, okay, just taking the example of an IT field. So you need to get used to it, okay, and you need the assistance of somebody else to actually understand how things are being done at this new place you have joined, right? So this new, this ladder is like something which is new. And this person who's trying to climb it is pretty much immature at how things are done, how to climb this ladder. It's a little shaky ladder. It's not even solid wood. It's just on a rope. It's tied up in rope. It's going to shake in the wind. And this person is struggling to keep his next foot on the right, what do you call it? The ladder? Anyways, so it's almost like this person is not letting go of this ladder anyhow, because his life is dependent on that. If he leaves it, he's going to fall and smack his nose on the ground. That's going to hurt much more. So he has to put up with it. He didn't know when he was climbing the ladder it's going to be tough. Okay, it's going to be this difficult. But he doesn't have any choice other than climb it. Make the decision to climb it slowly. So this person is struggling to, be in this character, but yet she has to be in this character because she has already, she's already got into the character. Now she cannot leave the stage, can she? She's already in the show. Now you can't leave the stage, yeah, because the audience are watching. So she has to, hang in there and decide from there where she has to go. Okay? It's almost like when I'm looking at these cards, it's almost like ultimatums are put through. Some of you Librans out there who's hurt is putting out some kind of an ultimatum to the other person. It's almost like, baiting a person, trying to, when I'm looking at this lady up here, I don't know, whenever I look at this card, the Four of Coins, in this card, I always get a different story for each of the readings I come up with. So in your reading, it's almost like you're trying to show the other person what you're worth. And it's almost like an ultimatum. This is what I am. Do you want me? Otherwise, I'm going to walk away. With the Eight of Cups. Okay? It's almost like for your own satisfaction as well, you are going to, not satisfaction, it's almost like to convince yourself, is it worth to hang in there or not? Is it worth, will this person be back or not? It's like, the step is like, it helps you to make a decision for the future. So you are coming out as this woman, okay, as this Queen in reverse, who's determined to understand where things are going from here. You're forced to, as I said in the beginning, you are forced to do this because you want to know something. Just give me a second. Yeah. Only if you do this, it's almost like, I don't know, if it makes sense to you, you know what I'm talking about. Only if you take this form, okay, only if you go to this extreme, would you know how things are going to move on from here. Otherwise, you would be hanging in there for a lifetime. Okay, you won't be able to move up, you won't be able to get down off this ladder. Step out. Yeah, So you are being forced to make a decision whether you have to climb up or step down. For that, you need to get into this character. You're forced. I'm telling you, you're forced to be the Kali in this reading. Okay? It's almost like you are, asking the person, this is what I am. Okay? It's almost like comparative, this is what I am. You're going behind that. You are trying to show them the comparison between you and what they have walked away from. What are they losing out on? But you are coming through as somebody who is baiting is because you need to know the answer. How things are going to go from here. Okay? So that's being shown. I also want to say, you're doing this because somebody has already walked out. Something is not working. That's why you are out of balance. Somebody might have walked out for another person, okay? And now you are taking this form to make a final decision whether you should bring them back or whether they will come back should you wait or not, okay? And you will come to know. And you will come to know what needs to be done after you're done with this. When you're hanging in here, okay, you're still hurt. You don't want to be this person, but you're forced to be this person. When you're doing this, you don't like what you are going through, and you don't like what you are coming out as. But yet you think it is very necessary. There is a third party involvement. Okay, there is a third party involvement with these threes here. Okay, three of swords and three of coins in reverse. It's almost like somebody has hurt your heart because there is this third party involvement. That is the whole theme of this reading. Why you are coming through as this, because you are showing the other person what they're losing out on, but yet more importantly you need to know where this is going and you need to make a decision, okay, a final decision regards to this whole situation, where to move from here. Okay, at the end of the month, after all is done and sorted, okay, you will get your answer. Like I said in the beginning, it's not going to be happy endings. You're not going to come out as very victorious. No. You are somebody who has fought the battle. King of Swords. We are talking to the Librans. This is a person who has come out of the war. His sword is broken. Okay, he has got a white flower under his feet, and he has lost an eye. Okay, it's almost like Librans, you might come out of this as one piece, but something which is precious to you will be lost in this battle. Be it a person, be it a relationship. This person has lost one of his eyes. We have two eyes, but yet both are important. You cannot just give it off. So this was precious. He feels very exhausted. He feels very tired after the whole fight he has been through. But yet there is white doves which is flying behind him. There is a white flower which is under his feet. It's almost like white is a representation of peace, harmony. Coming out of this month, you will get your answers. It doesn't mean you are going to win this war. I wouldn't say that. You will lose things which is important to you, which was dear to you, but yet you will come out of it as a victor who has lost things. Because in a battle, you just don't come out in one piece all the time. You lose people, you lose your soldiers, you lose an arm, you lose an eye. Things which is important, people which are important. I see that happening to you, Librans. Losing people. I don't mean they're dead. Not going to kill them, no. I mean just losing them in the battle which you're fighting. To get your answers. To get through this phase. But yet, with all the white in there, in all this darkness, this person is almost sitting, the throne which he's sitting on, it almost feels like a gravestone. It's almost like somebody has been cremated and you're sitting on top of that. It's like whatever you have been fighting, you are going to just cremate it 6 feet under the ground and you're going to sit over it and let it be. Let it be. At least you would get to know how to move on from here. Whatever you have lost, it's fine. At least you have the answers to move on and start over maybe. At least it's way better than, it's 27 minutes, way better than sitting and hanging. This is what you have been doing all this while. Hanging in there. It's tiring. Can you imagine a person just hanging in there is going to ache your hands, legs to hang in somewhere without knowing whether you can just climb up or down. You need to reach somewhere and rest up. Now the climb is over. This person is resting, yet he looks very tired. Almost like leaning on the broken sword. If you look at this person. It's a beautiful card. It's so much to say. If you, I noticed this yesterday when I was doing a reading. This person is holding a paintbrush. Okay, it's very amusing to me that somebody who has a broken sword in his hand, he's a king, a person who has lost his eye, yet he has a paintbrush. What is the relevance of a paintbrush on his hand when he has a broken sword in the other hand? He is somebody who is willing to paint his own story. He decides how things has to move on from here. He's not giving the paintbrush to anybody else to paint it out for him. That's why I said, that's why the importance of the Queen of Wands is sitting here. Why this person has gone through all this. Okay, even if the person didn't like what they're doing, but it was important for them to take the form of the reference which I gave of Kali. Kali only comes out when it is important, when there is a calling for her to come through. She's literally helping the other gods to kill, the evil. Read upon her if you want to. Okay, she only comes to destruct the evil in the world. When the gods cannot help themselves. That's how I see you coming through. You taking the form of your dark side to get your answers to move on from here. How much ever you're going to lose, you are willing to take the consequences because it is important for you to know what now. Where am I going from here? Very sensible person. You're coming out as your true self, even though you had to take her form as a Queen of Wands in reverse. At the end of the story, you're coming out as yourself, your true self, and then in the highest level. At least people would know, because with all the doves lying in there, people would know why you did this. Eventually, they will realize it was for the good. Okay, this king is very fair, very just, okay, very sensible person. He will do the right thing. That's not what I told about the queen. When I described the queen in the beginning, that's not what I told about. She will go to any extent when she is in reverse. But this person who's coming out at the end is your true self. Okay? This whole reading is you trying to, imbibe a character which is not you, but it is important for you to do that, to move on from this space, to make a decision to move on from this space. I think I'll stop here. Yeah, I see the temperance, the reason behind Emperor in reverse, atonement. Yeah, it's almost like the same story, because with the Page of Cups in reverse, you're not going to get what you want. I told you about the happy, you're not going to get the happy endings at the end of it, but yet it's a good reading. Okay, it started off with a negative energy, but I do see why, and this is the best approach, I guess. Okay, coming through the end of it, I guess this is the best approach you can take for you to realize where to go on from here. I think I'll stop here. This is Marishi on my channel Shulaka. Until next week, bye.